All right, guys, joining me is yet another combat sports coverage submission only grappling competitor here. Mike Hulick, this time he's taking on Kamoy Anderson for the 185-pound title. How excited are you about this matchup, man?
Man, I'm excited. I've watched a lot of his matches. He's a true competitor and an amazing athlete. So I think it's gonna be a tough match, but it's gonna be an exciting one nonetheless.
Yeah, he went in there last event, went 3-0, took the 185-pound cash bracket home with him. He looks to get the 185-pound brown belt title, but you're standing in his way. What do you have to do to kind of, take his game away from him?
I mean, I kind of like the style that he plays. He's very aggressive and very like pressures through his opponents and stuff like that. And I
Mhm.
typically use that to my advantage. To say it kind of like sets up a lot of my traps and
Yeah.
whatnot. But I mean, he's a wrestler too, and I've been wrestling longer than I've been doing jiu-jitsu. I started wrestling when I was in eighth grade, so I'm kind of used to that kind of pace and whatnot.
Did you wrestle throughout high school?
I did. So I started in eighth grade in a club team, and then wrestled all throughout high school.
How'd you do? Did you ever place like nationally or within the
So my
state?
senior year, I went 33-2, and I
Oh,
ended up
wow.
tearing my LCL at
Ooh,
the quarterfinals of regionals, so I couldn't continue.
damn. Did you ever go collegiately, or did you ever look to go on,
I
continue
had
on
a
your wrestling
college.
career?
I had a college ask me like Wayland Baptist like for a scholarship to wrestle up north in Texas, but at that same time like I was kind of like falling in love with like jujitsu, and I just wanted
Hmm.
to see what this path left let me.
What was kind of, the spark that led you to jiu-jitsu?
Honestly, my dad he was a salesman, and they would go to like sales meetings, and there would always be like UFC fights. This is like back when I was a kid, and I would always see that, and I was like, man, I want to learn that one day. And then boom, he got me into it. I had a lesson. My first lesson was actually in Katy at a gym called Westside Jiu-Jitsu, and they taught me like an armbar. It was like a 30-minute intro class, and I was super interested in the jiu-jitsu aspect. But then again, I wanted to focus on wrestling because I mean you can't do jiu-jitsu like in like as a high school sport, you know.
Yeah. No, for sure. Definitely trying to armbar somebody in the middle of a high school wrestling match probably wouldn't be the best route.
No, no, I think that'd be frowned upon.
Just a little bit. So, where have you been, obviously growing your skills at? Where have you started your jiu-jitsu journey?
Where have I started my jiu-jitsu journey?
Yeah, like at what school under who have you started training under?
Oh man, I've bounced around a lot. I started at uh, West Side. I did Team Took for a little bit, then Paradigm Training Center, and then I've been at Dark Side for a couple years now, and I haven't looked back since.
With Darkside, do you have a lot of guys over there to kind of, mimic what Kamar is?
Um, I mean, everyone there at Dark Side is a bunch of killers. Like I try to survive every round that I'm there. So we
Right.
definitely have like the intensity there, and definitely the skill level there too. I've grappled at a lot of gyms, and nothing really has compared to training at Dark Side. No gi every day, lots of leg locks, lots of other tricks, and it's just insane the level of talent at that gym and what Victor's teaching.
Now, you have a viral submission from a Naga competition. It was a baseball choke, and you put the guy unconscious. Tell us a little bit about that and kind of going obviously
Yeah.
viral. It's a big thing.
Yeah, so that was the one that went viral. I mean, I've got a lot of nogi baseball chokes under my belt, and you can find them on my Instagram. But the one that went
Hmm.
viral was the one actually in five grappling in Dallas, and I've been hitting that submission for a long time. I won my first super fight with that from standing in 24 seconds, and I don't know, like I just like it happened like over a year ago, and then it just started going viral. I had like even ADCC's like Facebook page shared it and stuff, so it's pretty wild.
Hell yeah. Do you look to try to get that same choke on Kamoy on May 1st?
I mean, if it's there, I doubt it. He's probably seen it and he knows he's probably done some homework not to get caught in that. So I don't see that happening.
So you also own a gym out in College Station, is that correct?
Yeah, so I own Last Call Jiu Jitsu here in Bryan, Texas. I'm an affiliate of Victor Poses and Darkside.
Mm-hmm. Tell me, how is that journey for you, kind of, being an owner and everything, trying to get through this whole pandemic?
Man, luckily I've had so much support because I've pretty much like built myself in this town just like through bartending and meeting all sorts of people. And
Yeah.
luckily I opened up in September, so it's like I opened up in the midst of this pandemic, and it's actually been really good. My team's been doing really good too. They had a tournament within 3 months of opening, and some of these people never grappled before, and they just getting gold medals on gold medals. And we're actually getting ready for a tournament here in town this Saturday. It's a Grand Prix grappling event at the Phil
Hmm.
Heath Classic, and we got like I think I have myself like 13 or 14 students competing, and then we also have some people from Darkside, and then people from Empire, which is another affiliate.
So you've kind of gone full circle. You've had yourself as a competitor, now watching the next generation kind of come up. How's that been for you to kind of, tutelize the next guys?
It's been awesome, man, because like I've always wanted to like. There's been some gyms that like I've gone to where it's kind of like meant for like the hobbyist, but I've always
Hmm.
loved like the hardcore competitive rooms. Like you walk
Yeah.
out there and you got like a bloody nose and just sweat just all over the mats. So these people that I have are loving that kind of environment that we're trying to cultivate, and it's just really really awesome to watch them grow exponentially every day.
So you guys constantly going in there, going training like killers every day, or what?
I mean, usually I won't say we just go hard all the time. We definitely do a lot of like technique and drilling, but I mean, we have Fridays is our designated competition day, and then we just
Hmm.
go there and we just train hard for like hour and a half, and just go after it.
Now, a lot of the restrictions from the COVID-19 pandemic are starting to lift and everything like that. Have you been able to stay active lately?
Yeah, I haven't really competed much lately, just because I mean, opening up a gym,
Yeah,
um,
it takes a lot of time.
it takes a lot of time, and then uh, picking up side jobs on the side too, just to help build that gym up to where I want it. But
Hmm.
now everything, the dust is kind of settling, and it's time for me to go out there and get some more viral finishes.
When was the last time you competed?
Last time I competed was shoot, it was at Forged in Fire in. Oh, actually no, I competed a couple months ago in Destin, Florida for American Grappling Federation.
Now, taking the time off, is that something that you've done before? You kind of used to it, or is there going to be like a new element to something you haven't dealt with?
I've taken time before off. This is kind of like not the longest I've taken off from competition, but it's up there. So I mean, it's been. I usually try to compete like every 2 months at least. But if I can compete every month, I mean, from white belt to blue belt, I did um, in a single year. I did 14 tournaments. So I like doing that, but it's kind of hard whenever you own a gym and you're the only instructor. You can't really
Oh, I bet.
compete all the
It's hard
time.
to pass it off to somebody else too.
Yeah.
185 pounds, has that always been the bracket you've competed in?
Uh, so I usually compete at either 185 or 170.
Hmm.
Um, I kind of walk around at like 198. So it's a I wouldn't even call it a cut. It's just eat more salads and I just lose the weight just like that. But I like competing at 185 more than 170. I'll say that.
Yeah, I bet, man. Cutting that extra couple pounds, especially 15, that's kind of be kind of hard at the end.
Yeah, my last sub 100 pro, I had to cut 30 pounds in 4 weeks, and that was fun.
But you're a wrestler. You've been wrestling for years.
Yeah,
You should be used to that weight cut, yeah? Maybe
yeah,
not to that extreme.
yeah. I mean, I still did good. I won in like a minute and a half, I think.
90 seconds with
Yeah,
a 40-pound weight cut.
30 pound, but yeah,
Damn, look at you. How do you come out of Tomball, Texas with your strap around your waist?
Man, like how do you think I'm gonna do it?
What's your game plan going in there to get it done?
Ooh, man, what's my game plan? Honestly, I'm gonna see.
Without giving away too much, obviously.
Yeah, I'm gonna see what he comes out with, and I do a lot of counter grappling.
Hmm.
So I'm interested to see what he brings out, and it's gonna be really cool to see what I can counter with his style and his like athleticism. So we'll see. We'll see. I might have some tricks up my sleeve, but I don't want to say anything just yet.
No, for sure. He's definitely very athletic. Do you plan on, that being a factor in the competition?
Uh, no, I mean, not really. I've fought a lot of athletic people before, and I don't know. I don't really see that much as a factor. I mean, um, sure, it'll be tough, but I mean, it's not like it's not that big of a deal.
So, besides, running the gym and, trying to compete as much as you can, what do you do on your free time?
Free time, so I like to bartend. So I've been bartending since 2012. So yeah, that's actually why my gym's called Last Call, is a bartending term. So yeah.
No, no, it makes sense. What's your favorite drink?
Favorite drink to make and consume is probably the gimlet. So it's 2 ounces of gin, 1 ounce of lime juice, and 1 ounce of simple syrup. And then if you want to get fancy with it, you can add some like fresh fruit to it and muddle it. Have like a raspberry gimlet or something like that. It's refreshing and nice.
There you go. So after a long, nice day of competing, you're gonna have a nice giblet afterwards.
I'm gonna have me a nice gimlet. Have me some nachos or something.
There we go. So how's the weight right now? Is it right around 85? Or we getting close? Have you
Yeah,
started
the weight's good.
started
I
tapering
always
back
save
a
the
little
last
bit?
5 pounds for the last week, so I'm sitting at like 190 right now.
Oh,
So
perfect. So you're right on track then.
yeah,
Now, how far are you from Houston again? You said you're about 2 hours or 60 miles. You said
80 miles.
80 miles. So that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Have you been out to the Houston area competed before?
Oh yeah, a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause that's not too far from you guys, correct?
No, no. And I used to live in Houston too.
Because
So
you said Katy, correct?
yeah, Katie, and then I bartended out in downtown Houston for a little while.
Okay. It's a little change of scenery from Houston to College Station.
Yeah, a little bit. This is a little college town here.
What do you prefer? Do you prefer more like the city or the college town? Because
No, I
obviously
prefer.
with bartending, college town's got to be great.
It's pretty good bartending out here in college town. It's strength in numbers. It's gets
Yeah.
ridiculous here. But man, I've tried moving away from this town multiple times, and it always just brings me back. I just can't get enough of it. I love it out here. I love the people, the community, and now I have my own business here, which is pretty
Yeah.
cool.
So now you're actually a part of the community, like
Yeah, yeah.
truly embedded into it. Are there many jiu-jitsu schools out where you are?
There's me and two others.
Okay, so you're the third one there. That's not a whole lot.
No, not for as many people as we got in
Yeah,
this town. I mean, it's the home of Texas A&M, so
yeah, for sure. It's huge. Do you guys ever try to go recruit any of those Texas A&M wrestlers?
man, they only have um, like a no, they don't have an actual like collegiate team. They have
Uh,
I don't know, like a club team.
okay.
So it's not really too big wrestling, but I'll get them from
Well,
high school
damn.
and jump on in.
There you go. Get them while they're young.
Yes, sir.
Do you plan on just keep coaching, obviously, and keep training the next generation?
Yeah, for sure.
Now, where do you see yourself in like 10, 15 years?
10, 15 years. I'd like to have a couple of affiliates of my own where I
Hmm.
bring them up, and then of course, I mean, I want to own a couple bars as well.
Couple last calls.
A couple last calls.
You just put the mats next to the bar and split it down the middle.
Yeah, I just might have to call it the knee bar.
There you go. Now you're talking. Now you're just bringing both worlds into one. I feel like you thought about this a couple of times there, Mike.
Man, a long time.
Well, man, I don't want to take too much more of your time. I know you're super busy, but I want to give you an opportunity to give a shout out to your sponsors, teammates, loved ones, your people back home. Obviously, shout out your gym too. Tell us all about that.
Yeah, for sure. I want to just give a quick shout out to everyone at Last Call, my students, everyone at Darkside, especially Victor Poses. He's been tremendous help throughout all this time. My girlfriend Cassie, and then Mr. Bull. So
So, say I have my gi and all my stuff with me, and I'm driving through College Station. Where should I stop and get some rolls in at?
at Last Call Jiu Jitsu, 212 North Bryan Avenue.
There you have it. Do you guys have a Facebook or anything like that?
I have an Instagram and a Facebook, but I mostly communicate through my Instagram.
Okay. And then where can the fans find your personal stuff at?
On my Instagram as well. I load all my content on there. I'm on there daily, always updating stuff.
What's your handle?
So my handle is Mike Hulick BJJ.
Now, Hulick is Hulick.
Yes, sir.
There you guys have it, man. Mike, thank you for your time, man. I cannot wait to watch your fight against Kumoy. If you guys are not going to be in Tomball to watch it, you can always check it out on pay-per-view. It's going to be $4.99 at combatsportscoverage.com. Again, $4.99. It's a great pay-per-view. Kumoy and Mike obviously going to put on a hell of a show for that 185-pound title. Like I said, man, I can't wait to watch your match, and I can't wait to talk to you again.
All right, appreciate it, man. You take care.
All right, man. Have a good day.